wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my guide.
Enjoying yourself. Alright, so let's go for your perception check outside the forest, just to see if you see like anything of notice.
14.
14, do you have a bonus?
That was with the bonus.
With the bonus?
Yeah, it's 11 plus 3, which is 14.
Okay. I'd say with the 14, you know, like off to like not completely in the forest, but off to like the left of the like entrance. You think you see like something small, like just kind of like wobbling, like from what you can see, cutely through.
Something small.
Just like
wobbling?
it's enjoying itself. It's at home. It's in its element, and it's like just having fun out in the snow.
Okay.
But this is probably like 20-ish plus feet away from where you're at, to the left of the forest, of the entrance.
So this is not following the footsteps. This is behind the footsteps.
Yeah.
You're looking for footsteps, right?
Yeah. Well,
Of like the or whatever that Pokemon was. Yeah. Let's do your roll. So that was your roll.
19.
Minus
Ooh.
1.
Minus
Minus
one.
1 is 18.
That's still really good roll.
Damn,
So you see tracks. You definitely find some tracks. They look like they're deer tracks. That's like what you would see is deer tracks. And they went into the forest.
A different way?
I would have to say more to the right. So like
not
Mike
the
went
main
straight,
entrance.
Jazz saw something to the left,
You-
and then
yours
at
was
a
going to the
diagonal
right.
type angle to the right, that's where you saw the tracks lead into.
So the Pokemon that your Pokemon saw went into the forest through the right, while the Pokemon I'm supposedly seeing is at the left. So two very different directions.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're relatively having to be split up either way if we want to get these Pokemon. But my thing is,
You don't have
it
to.
depends.
You do not have to pursue. Not at all.
I'm
That's
pursuing
on
it.
you.
I'm pursuing it.
Alright. Well, are you just gonna be silent? Are you like, what are you doing? You notice the tracks? What is your action? What are you doing as a character?
So right now, I let everyone know that it definitely was a hoofed Pokemon. Because I noticed the track, so I definitely know it's a hoofed Pokemon. And there's only a few hoofed Pokemon that have hoofs. So I'm getting really excited trying to get everyone to follow me.
And in this region, who knows if there is any Pokemon with...
Well, this Ponyta.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. So there, but in the snow, so you're starting to get excited because you're like, is there a Pokemon? Like, is this a Pokemon from this region?
Yeah.
Like, so cool.
I'm trying to hype them up to follow me. So I'm already going, so. It's not a good thing, guys.
I mean,
Regardless, I'm going.
I'm not there, so
Mike's already went into the forest. He
I
has.
already told y'all what I was doing before we even left town.
He was like,
I was like,
I'm
you guys
going.
coming with me?
Are you in yelling distance, Jazz, or no?
I am. I think so, right? And
Right. She's still hovering by the entrance.
yeah, I'm in between both of you.
All right, so yeah, you haven't made your decision yet whether you're going to pursue what you saw to the left. You've made your intention clear to at least Jazz. Hey, I do see tracks. I'm heading after these tracks to the right of the forest, into the forest. And then Mike, he's off doing his own thing, having fun in the forest. All right, to answer your question with the lone Vulpix, it is 2 feet. All right, let's get back to what we were doing here. And it's 21 pounds, by the way. So I believe Flint is found tracks, deer tracks. He's you said you were going after those tracks, right? That's what your action is?
I'm letting it know that I'm going. I believe Jazz said she's somewhere in between us to kind of relay.
Got it.
I'm letting it know.
So you venture into the forest following the tracks. That's your action.
Right when he says it to me, I'm gonna scream it to Mike.
Okay.
That Flint is going after a Pokemon if you want to join.
Okay,
But no, not that you have to, because I know you want to go get those.
The better question is, do I hear?
That's what I was about to get to.
Should I roll for that?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
Should we both roll?
Type
Well, no,
of
I was definitely closer to you.
roll
so
that would be
Would that be
Perception.
charisma?
perception. Yeah. Okay.
I think
be
perception.
perception?
Yeah.
Or would that be performance?
All right. So with that being said, Mike, roll perception.
Mike.
See if you hear it.
Yeah, to see if I hear you. That is a 12.
You hear screaming, but you don't really understand too much of what she's saying. You hear as if Jazz is saying, what you can make out of where we found a Pokemon is what you've basically understood.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
not direct, super direct instructions, but you do know that, hey, they found a Pokemon.
Alright.
Alright, so with that being said, Jazz, what's your action? You saw a Pokemon off to the left of the entrance of the forest, having fun, doing its thing. Do you want to go after that, or would you like to maybe...
I really want to. At the same time, I keep looking back and forth because I don't necessarily want to leave.
Okay.
Just leave anyone
You can
hanging.
you can pursue Mike, you can pursue Brent, you can hang out in the same spot.
Kind of don't want to, like... How about do I say, like, I'll just kind of stay where I'm at to an extent. Maybe I'll walk a little bit towards where that Pokemon is and see if I can, like, just observe it from afar and kind of, like, you know...
My ability to navigate to where I entered the forest in any train is, like, primo.
Okay, so he's good.
So I can make my way back out, no problems.
Okay,
So whatever
so-
you guys want to do, I told you all I was going into the forest. It seems my character doesn't know this, but it seems Brent has already, entered the forest.
Yeah, Brent has entered the forest
Yeah,
on his own.
Mike exploring and being in the wilderness is nature, second nature to him.
So I guess I'll just
Or should I
kind
say
of go, like I said, I'll walk a little bit closer. And Dino's still out, right?
Yeah.
So Migi's with me and stuff, but I'm gonna try to walk just a little bit closer to see the Pokemon and see what it is. But I don't want to.
Get a better look at it.
Yeah, I don't want to fully encounter it. But I definitely want to see if I can just get closer and see it better.
Okay.
And possibly pull out my dex to read it.
I think that's a great idea. Alright, so you're making your way over slowly but surely.
Would that be like a perception?
It will be, but we're gonna jump over to Mike, because that's what you're doing. You're making your way over.
Okay.
So we're back in the forest with Mike. Mike, you're still treasure hunting.
Yep.
We're looking for relics. Let's make a perception check.
Would she roll a stealth check so she's not being heard? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I
Yeah,
agree.
would that be stealth?
Yeah, when we bounce back to you, we'll do a stealth check to move over. If you want to be stealthy, you don't have to be. You can be heard.
That's 12.
12? Roll with advantage.
Let's give it another go. Didn't beat a 12.
Okay. So you're still looking. Still looking.
Venturing around.
I mean, you'll
Enjoying the scenery.
exactly. Kind of just lost in just the beauty.
Enjoying the snow.
Exactly.
Yeah, because now that I found the prince, my guy's on stealth mode, sneak mode.
Okay, so we're gonna jump to you, Flint. because he's still enjoying himself. I need you to make me, if you're in stealth mode, I need you to make me a stealth check.
And the 20 still?
Yes, you get +5. Are you proficient in stealth, like your character?
My guy's stealth is +5.
Is it +5? Okay, so roll, add 5 to it.
That's a 19
+5?
+5.
So 24.
No, I just rolled.
You are as hidden can be.
It doesn't know I'm there. I could be next to it.
Nothing knows you're there, bro. You're silent. You're one with everything, man. Like, if you're near a bush, you are the bush. If you're near a tree, you are the tree. Your footsteps are as silent can be. So
Nice.
you might as well be the snow too, bro. Just you're everything. So your stealth is on point. Are you still investigating the tracks?
Heck yeah.
Make me an investigation check.
What is that?
10 on the die.
A 10, so I'm at a 9.
Out of 9? Okay. You're kind of struggling.
Oh, perception or investigation?
Investigation, because that's what you were doing, right? That's the roll that you were doing?
Yeah.
Unless you want to make a perception roll to try to see what you see, or see like your surroundings and
That
see
would make more sense
right.
to do.
Because like you're still pursuing the track, so that's still investigation category. But if you want to like kind of look up and just kind of be like, do I see anything? Because like the tracks, you're with that roll with your investigation. Let's put it this way: you're struggling to like really see exactly where the tracks are going.
Yeah. I'll stick with that.
What was that?
I'll just stick with that investigation.
Okay. So with that being said, we are going to bounce over to Jazz. Did you want to? How was your approach?
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily trying to be stealthy, but I'm also not really trying to make the Pokemon, you know, startled, I guess. It isn't that I'm not out to try to catch it at this exact moment, because I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna just, I mean, it's really whatever you want me to roll, because I'm not really trying to be stealthy. I'm just not trying to, like, disturb the Pokemon, because it's having fun, and I kind of want to just, you know, enjoy watching it have fun in the snow, I guess, right now.
From what I understand, she wants to get close enough so where she could scan it with the Pokedex without disturbing the Pokemon.
Yeah.
I would say make a stealth check. That's a stealth. Just so you're unnoticed.
7.
Okay. You're walking toward the Pokemon.
Does Miggy fall because he can't see?
I mean, are you holding him?
He's
Or
walking beside me, but he keeps bumping. He's staying close to my leg because he's got to bump into my leg as he walks.
I mean, I think that's basically, you know, he can feel out your energy, and when he's out and about, he's definitely like, because he can't really see, he's definitely super close to you, like trying to maintain that physical like presence. So yeah, he's probably stumbling into you a little bit, but he's definitely like within a foot of you, like probably closer than that, like glued to you in a sense.
So
But-
he's not the one who made the sound?
No, I mean, you're approaching the Pokemon. I would have to say you're about now 10 feet off. The Pokemon does notice you, but you don't seem to be a threat to it. So it's noticed you, but it's still just playing out in the snow, enjoying itself very much.
Is there any way that at that point, because it noticed me, that I'll just like... Because clearly I'm wearing snow clothes now, right?
I would have to say you were wearing, for the most part, winter clothes. You know, you have a
So could I
beanie.
just say that I'm going to sit down and kind of just like... see if the Pokemon might possibly come towards me by telling that I'm not being aggressive, and I'm just kind of like, okay, I see that you notice me. I don't want to
can
intrude in your
Definitely sit down and notice it. I don't see a problem with that. If you do want to try to charm or lure the Pokemon in, you're definitely going to need to make more of a persuasion check, or you can just let it continue to play and see if what it does on its own.
I mean, for now, I'm just gonna do this round, this turn, where he just sees me sit down and me not try to do anything at the moment. I might try to persuade it the next round.
Okay. That's
Just
fair.
so that I can be like, so it can see that I'm not trying to forcefully do anything yet.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. You're just enjoying watching the cute Pokemon play.
Yeah.
Mike, I believe it's your turn now. Let's keep rolling, bro.
Keep looking for this.
Persistence.
That's an 8.
Alright. Did you roll with advantage?
No. That is an 18, my good man.
That is the more of the roll I was looking for. So, as you've, enjoyed yourself searching, this is what you do. This is what you really passionately like, just being out in the wilderness, just searching for things.
Looking at the trees, looking at the snow glisten off of the trees and the ground, watching it fall in between the trees.
Exactly. So, as you're searching about, you kind of notice this shape and figure that's completely covered in snow, but does not look like it's a part of the terrain.
Like the natural terrain,
Exactly.
something that would catch my eye.
Exactly. So with that being said, that's what you see. What do you do?
I'm gonna, now noticing, the blemish in the terrain, I'm gonna go over there and brush the snow off of the area.
Alright, as you're brushing the snow off this object, you do notice that it's most indeed a Pokemon. Just enjoying itself, covered in the snow, just relaxing. What is your action now that you've seen that it is a Pokemon? It doesn't take... It startled a little bit, but it doesn't take too much of an aggressive stance. It's more still just relaxed.
What does this Pokemon look like?
I'd have to say it is in shell-like form, and it is blue.
Alright, I'm gonna, after realizing that it's not a rock, I'm gonna take a couple of steps back and use my Pokédex on it.
Perfecto. By the way, I take that back. The Pokemon is purple.
Okay.
It's purple. Okay, so you're using your Pokédex, took your step back. Alright, so the Pokédex, this is what the Pokédex says about your Pokemon.
Shelder, the bivalve Pokemon. It is encased in a shell that is harder than diamond. Inside, however, it is surprisingly tender.
And then it looks up to you, and as it's looking at you, it makes a cry. You do notice, because you're familiar with Kanto's region quite well, it's the most familiar region to you, born and raised here, you do know it's water type.
Alright.
It's just looking up at you, just staring at you, just like, okay. Just enjoying itself, but just, it's definitely got its eye on you.
I just, I kind of crouch down next to it, and I'm like, oh, hey there, little buddy, and kind of give it a little pet on its head. And I was like, I thought you were a rock.
Give me a animal handling check, please.
That was a nat 20, but 23.
Alright, nat 20.
Yeah.
Normally, a Pokemon would be probably more startled and more especially a stranger touching it. But you find that you have a very natural touch with this Pokemon. The Pokemon seems to have more of a friendly approach toward you touching it and petting it and talking to it. That it's definitely, it seems happy to have made the connection with you. So it's definitely happier than it was under the snow. And it's making another cry out, just as you're petting it. that is more of a happy cry.
Alright, so it seems like it's enjoying it.
Yeah. Shoulder.
As I'm petting it, I'm gonna kind of like move the snow away from it that was surrounding it, because I kind of just like brushed the top off enough to like notice that it wasn't, you know, like a rock or something like that. And so I'm gonna brush away the snow around it and just keep giving it some attention.
Alright. And would you say that's your turn for the moment?
Yeah.
Alright. You're going to spend time giving love and affection. And it's definitely loving, you know, making new friends with you. And definitely not something that I feel like the Pokemon would have naturally done. But you have a magical touch with this Pokemon. Alright. So we're going to jump over to Flint. I believe you have made your investigation. You're struggling with that investigation. What is your action? Do you want to keep investigating, see if you can pick up those tracks again, or do you want to perceive the area, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to keep investigating.
Alrighty, make me a roll, please.
10.
Alright, you're still struggling to find where those tracks have gone. You've kind of lost them in the snow. You know, it's you're like, okay, I know it was here, but now you just don't know what direction it went.
Okay.
Tracks have kind of disappeared from you.
Can I let my Pidgey out?
Most definitely.
And let my Pidgey kind of get a bird's eye view?
Yeah. If you want your Pidgey to go out, your Pidgey can can fly around and try to see what's in the area.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Alright, so let's see, role play your action.
Alright, Pidgey. Let's get a bird's eye view.
So you throw out your Pokeball, the Pidgey comes out, flying around, happy to be in a new type of environment with the snow.
In the wind.
And you've given it the command to search around, right?
Yeah, to check for a Pokemon with hooves.
Alright, so let's say your Pokemon now is going to make a perception check. Your Pokemon should be proficient in 3 skills, so you can see if your Pokemon is proficient in perception. If so, you can give it a +1 bonus.
It is not.
Well, you can always roll high.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Now, it does, however, acrobatics.
Yeah, that's something different.
Okay, I'm just throwing that out there.
Right. What's its, wisdom stat?
10.
Okay, so you want to get a modifier bonus from that either. Alright, just roll for it.
It's a 9.
Well, Pidgey's right there with you. Olga's right there with you. Just, searching, trying its best, but not really coming across anything. Alright, Jazz. I believe it is now your turn.
Yay!
You're sitting there.
I'm
You're just
chilling.
enjoying watching the cute Pokemon.
Yeah, I think I don't want to go do the whole thing, but I'm kind of gonna possibly do you think I have any snackos in my bag?
I'm sure you have some snacks.
Could I possibly try to persuade it with some some berries maybe, or some cute little Christmas cookies. I don't know.
You
I
can
doubt
pull
that I
out
probably have
a
Christmas
snack,
cookies.
wave it around, try to catch its attention, and you definitely need to make an animal handling check.
Animal handling, not persuasion, because I'm trying to persuade it to come to me.
Alright, I'll say persuasion to try to get it to come over to you, and then if you do succeed, then it'll be an animal handling. I said it's the proper way to go about it.
Okay.
Make me a persuasion roll.
18.
That's pretty darn good persuasion roll.
Right, because I'm plus 13 plus 5 is 18?
Mhm.
Okay. So I persuade it to come over, so now it's came over.
It's cutely wobbled its way over to you, and it's smiling. It's crying out. We don't know what this Pokemon is yet, until maybe you Pokédex it, but it's come over to you, and very attractive light, very charming light, and yeah, it's right in front of you.
Okay, so now it's right in front of me?
Yes.
So, because I don't want to...
Interested in what you have.
I don't want to hide it from it, so I'm just going to try to give the food to him right now.
Okay,
which would be the animal handling.
Yup.
Because I don't want to, like, you know, persuade it to come over and then keep the food and be like, haha, I lied to you. That'd be fucked up.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll do that.
14?
I mean, it's...
Or just put it down, I don't know.
It wants the food, but it's still kind of standoffish.
Okay, so then could I, even though it's still standoffish, could I like bring out my Pokédex?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. That way we can figure out what we even have in front of us. So you're gonna scan the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will try to persuade it to take the food next turn. Maybe I'll set it down this time and give the...
Set it down close to you in front of it.
Yeah, and just let it do its thing instead of tension it.
Okay, so you scan the Pokemon with your Pokédex, and this is what we hear from the Pokédex.
I don't know, I'm trying to do a scan sound.
Smoochum, the kiss Pokemon. It tests everything by touching with its lips, which remember what it likes and dislikes.
Smoochum?
So it's a pre-evolution of Jinx, which is a Cantonian Pokemon.
Nice.
I thought about things.
That's
So yeah, this is so it looks up to you. It goes smooch smooch and makes a cry.
Smoochum? How do you spell that?
Mooch.
S-M-O-O. Smoochum.
It's what? Ice and Psychic?
Yep. So Smoochum has yellow hair, has pink body, and more of like a white tannish feet and like chest and arms. I think it looks like it has green eyes as well. Quite the cute Pokemon. Alright, so you now know it's a Smoochum.
Smoochum. Okay.
You do know it's an ice psychic type. And you've scanned it. You still have the snack in your hand, as it's kind of like, what's your action after you
Well,
scan
my
it?
plan was to put the snacky snack down on the ground.
Okay.
So not necessarily where I'm handing it to it, but where I'm just gonna like kind of do this as slowly as possible so I don't scare it, and then place the food down. And move my hand away.
Like
and
sleight of hand?
Yeah.
So make me a sleight of hand check. $20.
17 plus 3.
You successfully put that gently, perfectly on the ground, very harmlessly, very peacefully, to the point where that Smoochum feels like there's no danger, feels like, cool, I can come up to this snack, pick it up, start sniffing it, and the Smoochum picks it up and starts, enjoying the snack. As it looks at you, Smoochum, Smoochum, as it's very happy that you have fed it some food.
Snacky snacks. Yeah.
Alright, so with that being said, Smoochum is now enjoying itself with snack. It is very happy and it's grown more comfortable with you. It doesn't
Mickey
see you as a
hasn't
threat
done
anymore.
anything, right?
What?
Miki's still out.
Yeah, he's just chilling right next to you. He's always by your side, very close to you always,
Very
considering
calm,
you
very
can't really
calm.
see.
Okay, good.
He got to really be able to feel your connection, to be, feel happy and feel, comfort. Doesn't want to feel lost. Alright, we're going to scoot over to, I believe it was in rotation to Mike, right? Okay, Mike, it's on you. You have been comforting this shelter, petting it, making this great connection with it. Definitely you guys, are acquaintances, perhaps maybe even becoming friends. The shelter has become friendly and comfortable with you. What is your action?
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach into my traveler's backpack and I'm going to pull out a little bit of food for it. And I'm going to try and see if it'll eat some delicious food.
Alright, with that being said, I say give me a animal handling. 224.
That is a 12.
Is it 12?
Yep.
Okay. With the 12, it sees that you're trying to give it food, but it's still not. It's either one, not hungry, or it's two, just needs a little bit more. Needs more of a comforting connection with you to accept the food, to trust you.
You didn't let him touch it.
Which is a great step in the right direction, considering, most shelters are probably either one attack or just go into their shell. So, the connection's definitely there. It's just, when you first make a connection with somebody, you need to grow that. It takes time,
I'm going to say it's alright, little buddy. If you're hungry, I'll just set it right here. And you can eat it if you'd like to.
Alright, if you want, make a sleight of hand check. See if, the way you've put it down, the way you've presented it, comes off.
That's a 12.
Alright, so it's still kind of just... Alright, it sees that there's food in front of it, but still just not going after it yet. Still trying to test out the waters in the sense of its safety. But as far as of it just being happy that it's being comforted by you, that is still definitely a plus. It's very happy to be made a new friend for the most part. Alright, Mike, you've put down the food for the shelter to eat. I feel like, it just needs a little bit more time and perhaps it'll eat that food. With that being said, I'm going to say, or actually tell me what you're doing for the end of your action.
Just kind of sitting right next to it, just talking to it. Trying to make friends with it.
Perfect. And the shelter's crying out, it's happy, it definitely likes you. So that's awesome, And it's not every day that you just on hand make friends with a Pokemon. Especially new Pokemon, stranger Pokemon. We're gonna bounce over to, I think it's Flint. Your turn. You and your Pidgey are out searching. What do you want to do?
Alright, I want my Pidgey while it's still looking. That's perception, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want him to still look.
So this is what I'm going to do. You're both looking. I'm going to have you make one perception check with advantage.
Cool.
Do you know what that term means?
Nope.
So you roll twice and take the higher.
Oh, 1.
Alright, so roll again.
Well, which plus 2 would be a 3.
Yeah.
16.
16 with your modifier?
With my modifier.
Alright. So I say with the 16, Pidgey catches sight of something that has, jumped in the back of a bush, type like it's behind a bush is what it saw, so it's kind of like Pidgey, you know, like flying over in that direction toward the bush. And it's a pretty big bush, and there's like a couple trees right beside the bush, so it's kind of like you're not going to be able to really see until you get behind the bush, but you know.
Well, it won't see me either.
You know,
sneaking.
right? Exactly. So you know something's over there. Do you want Pidgey? Do you want, or what's your action with Pidgey?
Yeah. Once I get to know where Pidgey's talking about, I'm gonna recall him.
Okay, so make an animal handling with Pidgey so you guys can communicate, because Pidgey knows something is behind that bush.
16 again.
16, solid. So he's successfully, or she has successfully communicated to you. You understand that there is something behind that bush.
Cool. So recall Pidgey, and I'm sneaking back in. I'm sneaking in that bush now.
So do you want to sneak into the bush? You want to sneak maybe from behind? What's your approach?
I'm already sneaking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go in the bush.
Alright, going in the bush. To like, get in the bush and then like, see what's behind the bush, right?
I'm getting in there to eventually confront this animal.
Okay.
This Pokemon.
So, you're in the bush. And due to your high stealth, it does not notice you when it probably normally would. You see the Pokemon. It's about 7-ish feet away from you being in the bush. What do you do?
I'm gonna scan it.
Alright, scanning the Pokemon with Pokedex. I love it. That's always a good call.
There goes your stealth.
Yeah, you're not gonna. If you scan this Pokemon, it's gonna alert the Pokemon. Is that something you still want to do?
If you scan it, it's definitely gonna. You're definitely.
Yeah, because it's gonna make a
It's gonna
sound.
know
You know
you're
what?
there, but you're definitely gonna know what it is.
No, I wanna. Let me see real fast. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I want to throw a quick catch. One of my Pokeballs.
A quick catch it off guard.
Yeah. Surprise catch it.
Alright, so do you have the description of what that does?
No.
It's not written in there?
I don't have that ability. I have to have that ability.
He has quick feet.
I have quick feet.
Fat feet?
Yeah. Which is when sending out a Pokemon into battle. I increase the roll initiative.
Okay, but you don't have the catch.
I think what he's saying is he wants to throw a Pokeball.
Yeah, while it's
Okay.
paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, you
Well,
know,
it's-
when you get advantage.
While it doesn't notice anything.
Alright, perfect. So I'll give you advantage on your roll for trying to catch it due to you being stealth about it. And catching it off guard, you'll have advantage on your roll, so you can roll twice and take the higher. Due to it having full health, you're going to have to roll really high to catch it. Is that something you want to do? I mean, why not, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so make me a D100 roll. So I need
The percentile dice and a D10.
So that would be this guy right here?
Yes, and the D10.
Okay, so can I roll the percentage first?
You
Both
roll
at the
them
same
both,
time.
and then take the higher of the two rolls.
So you do it twice. That is a 35, so do it again. Seven. So 35.
And alright, so both rolls were 35.
No,
And 7.
the first roll was 35.
With advantage, he got 35.
Okay,
Well, I thought
so
double was 100, right? 0
No.
0 is 100.
No, that's 0.
That's
Can't
a
have
percentage.
107. It's a
But if it's
percentile.
percentile, so
It's a percent.
yeah, so wouldn't that be 100%?
No.
So you
No.
go off of the tens place
There's a
on that
10%.
die.
So 10, 20, 30,
The tens
40,
place
So-
is a 0, so it
Pers-
would be 7.
percentage die can only go up to 90. It goes 0 to 90.
99,
Or 99.
technically.
Right. And then the D10, if you roll a 10 and then roll the 90,
Excellent.
that's the 100.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so the cool thing is you rolled above a 30, so your ball doesn't break.
Okay.
But with the 35, it hits the Pokemon and basically immediately breaks out.
Okay, now,
And now,
because I have higher dexterity and agile, because of my, what is it? Because of my jockey, I think it was the jockey. No, the juggler. No, yeah, it was a jockey. From dexterity, I wanted to throw my Pokeball, throw a Pokemon out as well, because it exploded.
okay. So, make me a deck. Is that like an ability? Is that what it says that you can't?
No, what he's saying is after the Pokemon breaks out, he's wanting to throw out a Pokemon.
Alright.
Ready to battle.
Right. Make me a dex check. Just to see, I'm sure you're going to make it, but just to like make sure your character can quickly do that
That's
action.
the 20, right?
Yeah.
17 plus 5.
Oh, yeah. Like a stud. You recall the Pokeball back from the catch, and you just at the same time as it's hitting your hand, you're throwing out your Pokemon throwing your Pokemon out to perhaps battle. By the way, this Pokemon is mad. It feels disrespected. It is ready to charge, ready to attack.
Yeah, so the Pokemon I threw out
Yes.
is going to be my Pidgey.
Your Pidgey?
Yes.
Alright, so how do you act that out?
I want him to sand attack.
Okay, we have to slow down a bit.
Wait, hold on.
So like,
Also,
when I
Okay,
say
so-
act out, do you take your Pokeball and you're like, go Olga, like
Yeah, so I want to kind of, I believe in here it said that I have better accuracy on, or is that later on in the levels?
which one are you trying to figure out?
For the,
Quick Feet give you.
I think you have that active as in like a low level ability for your class.
Gives him bonus on his initiative.
What is the
Yes,
bonus?
it does. It says, when sending out a Pokemon into battle, you can increase the roll of their initiative by your proficiency bonus and your dexterity modifier. So his dexterity modifier.
Is 5
so
plus
I wanna,
proficiency bonus, which is 1.
so if I say I
So
want
it
to
would be a
like
6. That's for the initiative.
throw it at the Pokemon. So my Pokeball is,
Yeah, we're still not at initiative yet, but
We're about to be.
but is what I'm saying is I want my Pidgey's ball to nail him in the face. Kind of try to stun him with the ball.
You don't have that ability yet.
Okay. So, I can't
So
do
that's Trick Shot.
That's
You
what I
get
thought.
that at level 2.
Cool.
I was about to say, if you're trying to throw a Pokeball at a very mad Pokemon, that could potentially break the Pokemon's ball if it hits it. Like the Pokemon you're throwing it at, if it makes if I roll for its check and it rolls high, it can break your Pokeball. Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, he doesn't
can't
have
do
that
it. I can't do
ability
it.
anyways.
Okay.
It's an ability that he can only get at level 2.
Okay. All right. So you're throwing out your Pokemon. Go
Yeah.
Olga.
Go
Right.
Olga. And I'm gonna throw it kind of in the middle of me and the Pokemon. So,
Perfect. Well, this Pokemon is ready to fight. It's taking its 2 front legs and
can I?
kind of like getting ready to charge you as it's looking at you in a very fierce way. So with that being said, I say this is the moment that between you and the Pokemon, we roll for initiative. So you roll, and then you plus 6, or whatever your roll because of your ability.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for this Pokemon's.
I'm rolling a 20.
yep.
Just once. 17.
Plus 6.
You go first. In initiative. Okay, so with this being said, there are some things that I need to calculate. Okay, so from your Pidgey, what I need is its total HP, I need its physical, and I need its special AC.
Okay, so HP is 20.
22.
Oh, 22?
And its physical AC
Is
is
10.
10. Actually, wait.
Yeah, physical and special are both 10.
What's its defense and special D stat?
Its defense is 4 and its special defense is
0.
0. So
So, yeah, both of them are at 10.
yeah.
Understood.
So
Okay. I'm going to write in stats real quick for the Pokemon you're facing.
hey, love.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't finish writing his ability on Kenai.
You're right. I didn't have time, but we do know what it is, because I did read it out. So,
Okay, I was just making sure.
okay, I'll definitely do that. Alright, so I'm going to write down some things real quick, and then we can start the party for this battle. What are you looking at, Josie?
Just Pokemon.
Oh, right.
I didn't realize I'd have another session.
Alright, so
Alright, so what is your first move?
I'm gonna hit him with the sand attack.
Hit him with the sand attack? So, I believe that I have to make a dexterity saving throw, correct? And I believe I know what it is, so I'm going to make that throw. Alright, so you successfully blind disadvantage on its attacks. And you have advantage on its attacks.
Excellent.
Yep. Alright, cool. With that being said, that was your turn. Maybe you should use your dex and see what the Pokemon is. That way we can officially get it out there.
Yeah, let me use my Pokedex now since it's...
Alright, so the Pokédex.
Is it...
Stantler, the bighorn Pokemon. This Pokemon apparently used to live in much harsher environments, and thus it once had stronger psychic powers than it does now.
Alright, and then as the sand goes into its eyes, it makes a cry. You do notice something that, because you're looking at the Pokédex, right? And the Pokédex that you see for the visual of this Pokemon is normally like a brown tan fur. You see this Pokemon lime green fur. And yeah, I'd have to say that's the biggest thing is lime green fur, and its horns are more like lime green yellow. And its chest fur is like more of a yellow.
Gold.
Yeah, so it's definitely not the color that you see in your Pokédex. And it has like a sparkle to it. A nice shine.
Excellent.
Alright, so it is Stantler's turn. And
It's a shiny Stantler.
it is. It is. From what we know, a different colored Stantler, for sure. Alright, so Stantler is going to use Hypnosis. It also has the ability Hypnotic. So with that ability, Hypnosis never misses. Your Pokemon is now asleep. So, how does sleep work? If I hit you physically, you wake up. Also, every turn you must make a DC save of 16 to wake up. And that starts at the beginning of your turn. Therefore, does it say on Sand Attack the duration?
Until next turn.
Okay, so on my next turn, after your turn, I am no longer, or the Stantler is no longer blinded. Now that you're asleep, you need to make me a roll to wake up. And that would be the end of your turn.
Okay, a D20.
Yeah.
18.
You wake up. But I believe if I read the condition, that is now at the end of your turn. So now it's my turn.
Oh, that was my turn?
Yes. I can look it up real quick if you want, but I was looking up conditions. And I believe with how sleep works, if you wake up, it is the end of your turn. Let me double check just to be sure.
Because it took his action to wake up.
Yep. But I want to make sure that I have it right. And I'm a new DM, and I'm learning a lot, but I don't have everything mastered yet. So I want to make sure I'm not doing it wrong, which I'm sure you guys could respect. And it's with its ability, it's freaking... This is a Pokemon you're going to want to catch, dude. Not saying, but definitely saying.
Probably shouldn't have pissed it off or irritated it.
I mean... Hey, man. I respect your style. You want to battle things down, man.
I was hoping it threw him off guard. It startled him, not irritated him.
I mean, if you didn't make the throw to catch it, you could have had advantage on an attack. We could have rolled initiative and you could have had advantage on attack, but with your strategy, I think it was basically the same, because you sand attacked, which gave you advantage. But you didn't know that it had hypnosis, so no matter what with its ability, it always hits. Which is amazing for that type of an ability.
You have a shiny Eevee? Does that mean whatever it evolves into is also a shiny?
Oh yeah. Exactly what that means.
Exactly what that means, for sure. Okay, I found sleep. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it says right here, at the end of the sleeper's turn, they may make a DC 16 save check to wake up.
So that was the end of that turn.
Yeah, so basically it's saying that you make your check and it
So now
like you can't do anything. What was that?
Now you can either put him back to sleep, it's now your turn, or attack him. Pretty much.
Essentially, I can put you back to sleep. Which is...
I mean, if that was the move.
But normally I would not be able to just... Without the ability, I wouldn't be able to just hypnosis you and just hit. So with this type of a scenario, that's definitely a sticky situation. But the cool thing is that if I attack you and hit you, you automatically wake up. Meaning on your turn, you don't have to make that check. So with that being said, it is now the end of your turn, going to Stantler's turn, and Stantler will indeed use hypnosis. You are back to sleep. You can either try to wake up on your turn or whatever you want to do, but you will wake up when Stantler hits you.
I am going to...
You could always,
put another Pokemon on the field?
Yeah, you could always recall.
Can I have two at the same time?
No.
I am going to... I'm just going to roll for it. 14 plus what? Plus anything?
No, it's just a straight check. So with that being said, that's the end of your turn. Stantler, Now, just looking through this moves that I have. Alright, so he's going to use Stomp. So I'm going to roll to hit. That was a nat 20. So that definitely hits, and it's going to be a crit. But good thing is, it'll be your turn and you wake up. I'm gonna roll for damage. Well, lucky for you, I rolled low. So with my calculation, I do 28 damage.
28?
Yeah, so I rolled 2 2s on the 2d6s, but he has a 20 attack. So that's a 10 plus, so 14 times 2 because the crit.
Okay, do I do a defensive anything?
What was that?
I don't do a defensive roll? So I
No.
just die? Defensive?
I mean, what's your HP? Or let me look at the HP.
I'm at
His
22.
HP is 22.
So your HP is 22. The cool thing is you definitely don't die because I would have to exceed that negatively. So with that being said, with your HP going from 22, you would be at a -6. So you're just fainted.
Okay.
And yeah, Olga goes down. He hits Olga as hard could be, just being super upset, super frustrated, super mad and angry that you have disturbed him and ambushed him. Olga, did a good try, but there was nothing it was going to do being asleep and taking that critical hit. So you recall Olga, I would assume?
Yeah.
Alright, I think you have 2 other Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring out Froakie.
Froakie. Alright, cool. Bringing out Froakie, I need a couple stats real quick.
While I'm doing that, I'm going to use my ability.
Okay.
The Quick Feet.
Alright, what's that do?
That when sending a Pokemon into battle,
You can increase the roll of their initiative by your proficiency bonus and your dex.
this can be used once per long day, per long rest.
Oh, you already used